We're going to have closing. We're going to wait. We're going to have closing speeches now. I think of 3 minutes each from both candidates, and I think since Michael Wynhausen went first, we'll have Stetz-Waters go first here.
Thank you. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I know there are other things that you could do on a Friday evening, but I'm encouraged that you care about who sits on the bench. It's important to have a judge who has a history, a demonstrated history of being impartial, of being fair, of giving people an opportunity to be heard, and who regards proper due process. I have that experience. I've been doing this type of work since 2009, and I've been doing it well. I've had statewide jurisdiction, and now I'm focused on Linn County. You need a judge who has experience, being fair. You need to have a judge who has experience, a broad range of experience, who's not looking at the world through criminal justice lens. There are so many cases that come before the court where it's dangerous to have that black and white view, looking for a bad guy, looking for someone to blame, being punitive. It doesn't work in most areas of the court. You need to have a judge who has a broad range of experience and who understands that. You need to have someone who's willing to listen, not prejudge, not come to the table with biases, not pointing the finger at people. You need to have a judge who's willing to be open to listening to all sides, all points of view, and not having their mind pre-made up about who is a criminal and who is not. It serves no purpose to label human beings this way. We have to understand and recognize the humanity in people. That person you are calling a criminal is someone's father, is someone's son, is someone's brother. We have to ask the questions, how did they get there? How did they become so broken? We need to take time and be individually looking at this person. The problem with our system is we want a one-size-fits-all remedy. We want to do it fast, and we want to be quick, and we want to be dirty, and we want to be done with it because we don't want to think about the long terms. People require appropriate attention and time to figure out what is their story, what is their history, what do you need to make you a well, productive member of our community. We have people living on the streets. We have people living in the woods. We have people who are mentally ill and we're throwing them in prison. We're throwing them in jail. We have a shortage of resources. You have a role in determining how our resources are used. You can help the court get the resources it needs, and I hope that you will join me in voting for Stetz-Waters when, like the bar judicial preference poll, the lawyers, local Linn County lawyers said vote Judge Stetz-Waters. Thank you.
We heard a lot of discussion about labeling people criminals. A person is a criminal when they commit a crime and are found guilty of it or enter a plea. That's when they become a criminal. What I heard lost in the statements of my opponent were the victims. Not once did I hear a word talking about people who have been victimized, people who commit crime after crime after crime. Now, I can appreciate that people who end up getting involved in the criminal justice system have a bad day and make a mistake, and that's something that I can recognize based on my experience. But the fact of the matter is, with every crime, you have a victim. And you can't just hug the criminals and ignore the victims. We see people hurt every single day, and they're ignored. We see people who are more worried about the people who victimize the citizens of Linn County than the victims themselves. That is something I will not tolerate. I don't tolerate it as a prosecutor, and I will not tolerate it as your next Linn County Circuit Court judge. Now, that is not to say, as it was characterized, that I prejudge these cases. I look at the evidence, I look at the facts, and I apply the law. That's what I've been doing for over 22 years as a licensed, active attorney. I know the difference. But to think that you can just wave a magic wand and it'll change and not hold people accountable is unreasonable, and frankly, it's dangerous. I've been in this community for over 20 years now. I know the system, I know the people, I know the courthouse, and I have the support of the citizens of Linn County. And I'm asking for your vote on November 6th. Thank you.
Yes, thank you both candidates for a job well done. I want to thank Pat Lingvis over here who helped us with our sound system. And we're grateful to Mennonite Village for the use of the Lakeside Center and for setting up